Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Steve here from 716 Car Guys. Got Chris behind the camera. Real quick, just want to show you a video. Me and my dad, we got two Skidoos that we played with over the winter here in Buffalo. You got to have something to do in the winter, so that's what me and my dad like to do. But we're trading them out. We're taking them to our top secret storage location in Buffalo, and we're going to trade them in for our 1963 Buick Riviera. So I'm going to show you that car. That's one of my pride and joys. And then Chris was having some issues and a couple things he wants to upgrade on his Mustang, so he took it to Vanstrom Performance in Angola, New York. A real reliable, good Ford guy, does great work. Tough to come by nowadays, it seems like. And we're going to take a look at his 1947 Ford convertible. It's got a really cool engine swap. Now, it's not a Coyote, it's not an LS. It's pretty an oddball, cool swap, but it is a Ford, which is good. So we're going to take a look at that car, and he took us for a little ride in it, so that was neat. So like and subscribe, guys. Thank you.
All right, got the sexy daily hooked up to the grungy trailer. There's Pops. Oh yeah. Get the jump box on this thing and see what she does. She does literally the first start. Holy shit. What a trooper. Come on, baby. Oh, what a trooper. This thing sat from October until the end of May. Fired right up. A little cranking, but wow. All right, pulling her out of storage. Gotta go home, check the fluids, give her a bath, and take her for a cruise.
Cruising this thing is great. I mean, the power steering is unreal. And I mean, people always like, yeah, well, new car power steering is great, but no, this thing really, one finger, you can just swing the wheel around. It just floats down the road. You really wouldn't expect, for how old this thing is, to drive as nice as, I don't know what this guy's doing in front of us. I don't know what people would expect this thing to drive like, but it is incredible. You know, for a 60s car, dude, this thing drives great. We got this car, at least 6 years ago. Me and my old man bought it. Long story short, found it on Craigslist. It was a parts-only ad. We went there, and the guy was like, look, don't have paperwork. The floors are rotted. The trunk pans are shot. Quarters are in bad shape. But it runs and drives great. And we were like, well, you can't kill it off. So we made him a cash offer on the spot. $1,850 is what we ended up paying for the car. And floors, rocker panels, trunk pans later. We got this car saved from the junkyard. At the time when we looked at the car, he already had the motor and the doors sold. So we saved this thing. You know, I've always had a sweet spot for Riviera since I was a little kid, man. I was an oddball. So we saved this car. You know, it's a little rough around the edges, but we have fun with it. You know what? We even bracket race it a little bit. We put a turbo 400 in it out of a 64 Riviera. And just did an 1800 stall. We didn't mess with any of the quick change converter that they came with. But the car runs pretty good. The best it ever went was 990 in the 8th, which I know isn't that impressive, but for a car that's over 4,000 pounds and a stock engine, this car actually moves pretty good. When we got the car, the interior was pretty rough. So we did these seat covers on the fronts, and then in the backs, we did them. We had to do the package tray in the back. We did that. And then, of course, we did the dashboard cover. And a couple of the miscellaneous pieces that are on this car come from Dave Jackson's little Riviera junkyard. He's a guy on Facebook. He's helped a lot with this car. But there's our wind sticker from Lancaster, a local track. Under here, we have a bone stock Buick 401 nail head. They call them nail heads because their valves are top dead center, like a nail, so they're called nail heads. These cars are torque monsters for their time, man. The 401 nailhead made 445 foot-pounds of torque. So this car is not a slug. It does get out of its own way for its size, especially now that we got the Turbo 400 in it, and I forgot to mention we did add a posi in this thing out of a 64 Riviera. So it does have posi, and I believe it has the 322 gears in it. Buick guys, if you see anything that I'm missing in this, feel free to post and comment. New master cylinder. But yeah, we love this car. We drive the snot out of it, and that's what me and my dad do with this car. Looking at Doug Vanstrom's 1947 Ford with a turbo 2-valve in it. Something real different. Gorgeous car. And he enjoys it. He drives it. Vanstrom Performance in New York. This guy knows what he's doing with Fords. Gorgeous ride. All right, Doug, tell me about this 2-valve that's in this car. What did you do to it? And tell me the process and how hard it was to put it in here.
I didn't do much to the engine. Just changed the guides and changed the intake. And then switched it all over to Holley fuel injection, aftermarket rails, 43-pound injectors. And then getting it in the car wasn't too bad. It was getting everything to work around it. Really, the transmission was the hardest part, and the steering.
What are you running for a tranny in this?
4R70W.
Yeah, this car works, man. It's not just dummied in there. It's not just for show. This thing fucking rips. Very cool car, man. You kept it authentic with the white walls. And when you purchased it, it had a 327, correct?
350.
350, yes, correct.
350, yeah.
No, very cool car, man. Thank you. You took us for a ride in it. Very cool car. Oh my God.